26 years ago, City of Tucson employees found the body of a man, but there are still more questions than answers. In tonight's 13 Crime Files, we highlight that case. And thanks to new technology, we tell you about a renewed effort to identify this John Doe. On October 1st, 1998, water surveyors discovered the body of a 17 to 23-year-old male in a desert area under a mesquite tree near the intersection of South Post Vale Road and Ajo Highway. The victim died from multiple gunshot wounds, according to the Pima County Office of the Medical Examiner, and it's believed he'd been dead for a number of days. He stood 6 feet tall, with a heavy build, around 250 pounds, with black curly hair. This is the initial facial approximation made in 1999 by an artist with the county. And more recently, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children released this sketch done by a forensic artist depicting a better rendering of what the man may have looked like. At the time his body was found, he had on a gray, maroon, and blue pullover shirt with a pocket on front and tan blue shorts. His race was not able to be determined, but he may have been a mixture of multiple ancestries. And because of that, the hope now was to figure out who he was. The DNA Doe Project has recently taken on the case, and his DNA is undergoing testing. This group has already identified hundreds of people who once had no name. They are doing this using investigative genetic genealogy, a tool we've told you about before, which looks for relatives who share DNA no matter how distant. While the DNA Doe Project can't share too much about the case because they've just taken it on, they tell me, "We have reasons to be optimistic. The DNA Doe Project's case solve rate is high, as our nonprofit model means that our teams can spend hundreds or even thousands of hours working on a case pro bono, however much time is needed to identify our does. We have already helped to identify a number of former does in the Tucson area, including James Chaparro, Tommy Poole Jr., and Isidro Guzman Quinde. And we hope that John Tucson Doe will be the next Tucson area case that we are able to resolve." I also reached out to the Pima County Sheriff's Department, which is handling the case. They tell me the case is still active, but they have no updates to share. If you know anything about this John Doe, please reach out to PCSD.